What's up, guys? Q Perfect here, and this is Everything West Ham, where everything we talk about is West Ham. Plenty to talk about today. Transfer news, the upcoming game against Lyon, um, news on Antonio, apparently not travelling with Jamaica. So, yeah, I'll start off with that one. I'm not entirely sure how true this is, but um, according to some sources, Mikel Antonio has pulled out of travelling with Jamaica so he can push on for West Ham to push on for a top flight place in and Europe. Um, I don't think that they qualified for the World Cups, hence why it's just friendlies and why he has pulled out. Um, Again, he has struggled. Moyes, he has come out and criticised him. He hasn't scored in the Premier League since January time. Um, like I said, normally he'd played a whole 90 minutes. Like he was slung off against Tottenham, which is where Moisey criticised him. He didn't play the full game against Villa. Again, wasn't in. I don't think he was injured. I think it was more fitness wise, but we've claimed that it was injury just for Sevilla to give them the basically give them the smoke and think, oh, you know what, he ain't playing, so we might have a chance. We'll talk about the Lyon news now. Two two major doubts, which was already on the cards for them. Ryan Shirky, their 20-year-old talisman, supposedly one of the best youngsters in the world right now. He's their attacking midfielder, their centre midfielder, who he he slices defenses apart like he's slicing cake. Basically, he's that smooth on the ball. So that will be a big miss for them and some good news for us. And their centre back as well, Sinali Diomande. He is out for the rest of the season, I think, for them. Again, they've now been using their second and third choice centre backs a lot this season down to that. And they have a suspension which only counts for the first leg, and that is Leo Dubois, the Brazilian right back. He is currently suspended for the first leg. Um, they're not the same Lyon team that where they were big in the French league in League One. They're currently sitting in 10th place. Like I was saying years ago, before when they were a force to be scared of in the French league. If it wasn't PSG going for it, Lyon was the team that everyone used to be basically be scared of. There was a force, but now I feel we've got really good chance to for them to come to our place first leg and just really get our fans behind them and really push for the win there. So it takes them something to go back to Lyon and really make them struggle to come up fourth. I'm going to talk about some transfer news again. One, again, I seen in January transfer. I don't think it will ever happen, even if they were to get relegated, and that's Calvin Phillips. Um, Again, that's more like a transfer, like I said previous times. Marcus Rashford. They're just two players. I'd love to have them at West Ham. I just don't think we've got the money to bring them in and the wage to bring them in. Sorry about that. And the wage to bring them in. So for me, it's just rumours. Again, as I stated in the last one, Gerard Delafeu, we have been keeping our tabs on him, and like I said in the last video, there's still no, we're still keeping tabs on him. I think he could be a really good outlet for us. Off the bench, maybe start. He just gives competition, like for the likes of Vlasic, Bowen, Ben Rama, and else. It's depth as well, squad depth. Obviously, we know what's going on in the world right now with Ukraine and Russia, but there has been some rules that have changed over in Ukraine where if players want to leave the football team, they are allowed to leave. They can get their contract terminated or leave on a small price. So with this news coming in, we have been looking at two players from Shakhtar Donetsk. Um, the Brazilian centre mid winger, he can play all the guys. Again, another talisman like that, Ryan Shirky, David Neres. He was at Ajax for years. He went to Shakhtar, I think it was this season, and from what I've been reading, he's currently terminating his contract. And then the other player from Shakhtar Donetsk is Lassina Traore, the striker. The I think he was 6'4", 6'5" striker. He is also on our books because of obviously set pieces, a really big target man. Completely different to Antonio, a bit more like a bit Andy Carroll, but a lot better on the ball. A one for another striker as well from Benfica, Darwin Nunes, but we're going to be facing really stiff competition from him. I've already seen that Barcelona want to go in for him. I've seen Arsenal want to go in for him. There's been a few teams, so we're probably, depending how we do this season, if we qualify again, how far we go in Europa, we might stand a chance. And going back to the Championship, I said before about Nottingham Forest, about the centre half who was after that, Joe Worrell. We've been keeping our eye on a striker slash winger slash attacking midfielder, 20 years old, Brennan Johnson. I've actually only just found out about him this season. I've been watching a lot of the Championship, and he looks like someone who we could really use. Wouldn't start straight away, be off the bench, very quick, very skillful on the ball, and he knows where the goal is. Again, he could be the other Jared Bowen where he didn't come in, he didn't slot his play straight away. He was coming off the bench. We was using utility like that. But yeah, someone I feel we can get him for cheap if he wants to leave, if we pursue it. Like I said, another Championship player, Keane Potter Lewis from Hull. I think he'd probably be the favourable one to go to because of Hull City and the links with Jared Bowen. Jared Bowen could get in his ear or whatnot. But yeah, the next video will be talking about how West Ham players got on international duty, basically international watch. Again with a loan watch. But yeah, please like and share the video and come on you Irons.